What up? My name is Hawdwerk. I'm an artist out of West Covina, California, and we're in West Covina right now at Senior Baja with Sondria for Out and About. We're gonna be talking about calling Sticky P Deluxe, and you know my whole idea as being an artist.
Damn, nigga, you crazy. See, I ain't used to living life excessively. Magnum Paradise and chapsticks, my accessories. Now that's
okay. So Calling Sick came out in 2012. And I didn't make physical copies for Calling Sick. So when I put out the Graveyard Shift, I kind of wanted to pay homage to one of my favorite groups, Strong Or Steady. At the end of their CDs, they always have like an extra song, like way at the end of this, after the last song will go on for like 20 minutes, and then you'll hear the song at the end. So I wanted to do something like that, and I didn't have physical copies of it for Calling Sick yet. So I just said, fuck it, put the whole Calling Sick on Graveyard Shift, just for the people that buy the CD. Yeah.
Your outfit's so ridiculous. You up on all the trends. Make sure you fitting in. And I ain't even mad. Yo hat's a wicked kid. See, I would buy one too if only I could fit the shit.
I guess vitality for me covers like a few different things. I mean overall health, of course. Vitality is like your life force, your life power, you know. So overall health. For me personally, it means, you know, living a natural lifestyle, as natural as possible. And then to be vital, like just as a human being, like to the culture, to like, let me not, you know, downplay myself. I do want to be very successful financially. But the main idea isn't to just make money. Like I want to make money off of being vital to the culture. So if I'm not vital, then hey, I get what I deserve. If I am vital, I get what I deserve. And that's, you know, where that comes as far as the music business is concerned. And then again, like I said, health and the lifestyle, the natural active lifestyle.
Why niggas camp out when the latest color schemes come out? I really ain't much of an athlete, but if success is a sport, then you can say all day I dream about. But if that's what your scene's about, I ain't knocking, I'm just focusing on me for now. Go ahead and get it how you live it. You should rock that shoe if you can fit it. Fit it.
Except jeans and a tee.
Just for West Covina, to be specific. So a lot of the stuff that we get is LA stuff. LA music, LA this, LA that, LA culture, and it's a totally different culture. It's not as dangerous, it's not as what you would consider stereotypically LA if you would look into the media and you would think of what LA is like. It's not like that, for the most part. I mean, I do affiliate with those type of people that are from here, but that's not necessarily my lifestyle personally. So even making music was difficult to figure out which way I'm supposed to be going. A lot of my early music on my earlier projects are kind of scattered like that because of that. Because like, well, I don't even have a direction yet. So, well, it's not really a suburban direction. So I'm trying to, for myself, create a suburban direction with the Blue Collar campaign. Like that's the whole idea behind Blue Collar. It's like, okay, this is where I am, this is where I'm from, this is where my, you know, all the older men in my life were hardworking gentlemen. So that's what I present with the Blue Collar campaign. But I'm not necessarily, you know, a contractor or a painter or a plumber and all those things. I'm an artist. So over time, it's not going to be. Over time, I had to take this blue collar off and just, you know, be Jamil, like over time. But this is what I'm using as my foundation, and I think that the big idea, because I like to spread information. I don't like to hoard information. I like to spread the knowledge that I get. So with everything that I do, I'm hoping that I am teaching as I go, teaching other West Covina artists as I go. Like they don't have to necessarily be blue collar or be like, oh, you know, I don't need much and laid back and all that. They could turn up if they want to. That's who they are. But it's like it's about being specific to who you are. That's what I feel. If that is who you are, then go ahead and do that. If it's not who you are, then hey, don't let the mask fall off, you know. But if that is who you are, go be that, go do that, and don't be ashamed to say that you're not that. Like, because to be ashamed that you're not something is like, you know, you're not proud of the things that you are. So be proud of the things that you are, and don't be ashamed of the things that you're not. And you know, so as far as like option 3 is like Or what you mean as by option 3? Yeah, like going down the line. I guess I can't really get into all of that yet, but it's not stopping here as far as like the blue collar thing is concerned.
Yeah.
It's obviously not a lot of people at work with freeform dreadlocks, so obviously there's more things going on, more things in my life that I want to present, but I'm just using this as the foundation to get me like to create that air of authenticity around what I'm doing.
Absolutely, it's the same to me. In my opinion, I see it as the same thing as Jay doing the whole crack sale thing.
Yeah.
Like that's the foundation. He's not selling crack right now, you know what I'm saying? He's suited up, he's in the right house now, but that's the foundation of is the street hustler to wherever he goes.
Right.
But the foundation is street hustler. So I think it's important that you explain that, you know what I'm saying, like about the blue collar being your foundation, but not who you are, because he's not selling crack. He's an artist, just like you're an artist, but that's the foundation of where, you know, that's the foundation he's deciding to jump from.
I think I got it figured out. Now, what up, what's up?
It's a good example, first of all, because I wasn't a big Jay-Z fan growing up, but I became a Jay-Z fan because of the business aspect of Jay-Z. And then listening to the music, learning who he is as a person, listening to the music, like it all started to coalesce. It doesn't really happen like that with a lot of artists. So like, but with Jay, it does. So it's like, okay, so how am I not necessarily going to fashion myself after Jay? I don't want to be like Jay. I obviously don't have the same life story as Jay, but as a business side of things, that's a great example.
Back with the sound of the curve, killing with the nouns and the verbs.
I've had 9-to-5 jobs since I was in high school. Since I was like 16, 17, just trying to be a man, trying to get my life together and all that shit. My dad was like, you know, it's already in my own place by 18 and all the things. I know everybody's all heard those same stories, so I went through the same shit. So trying to get to learn to do that, but knowing that I wanted to do rap and not really being open about wanting to do rap, I mean, it was kind of like going around in circles for a few years as far as, you know, trying to get my life together is concerned. So through that first few years of me doing music and watching like how rocky it was, I was like, all right, so I'm from West Covina. I've done however crazy jobs I know I've done, you know, from bottling shampoo to building light poles to whatever, you know. So like that's the part of my life story that I want to jump with. Like, so it was kind of nerve-wracking, not nervous, but nerve-wracking, because like I've never seen anybody on stage in a blue collar shirt and pulling out toolbox for their merch and all that stuff, like all these other things that I'm doing. But it's like, that's why I can do it, because I have been there. I have seen that. I know what it's like to drive with my pops to work at 5 o'clock in the morning and build on top of rooftops and lay shingles and stuff. I just did that last week. So like, it's still, you know, a part of me. It's not the whole me. And necessarily because of all these other things that I got going on. I mean, from knowledge of self to some other things that I really can't talk about. But it's a bunch of stuff going on that I'm into. So just using that as like the base board or the base level of what I'm doing, and learning how to build a foundation. So with like the Blue Collar campaign, the whole thing is all about me learning how to do it myself. And applying warehouse jobs, stuff like that, to what I'm doing.
Yeah. They asked me why I chose a life with
So Calling Sick was the first EP in the Blue Collar campaign, and then The Graveyard Shift was the first album in the campaign, but it's not the debut album. I never called it debut, never said that in any interviews, never said that anywhere. So, and then I'll be doing the album, the last project of the Blue Collar campaign will be the debut album as Hawdwerk. Right now it's just called Blue Collar. So the Blue Collar album will be the debut album. So I had to do Calling Sick and The Graveyard Shift to even know how to put together a debut album the way Hawdwerk's supposed to do it. So I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, you got.
And it may be hard to digest, but I did it all for me.
You can say that. I don't usually make people say sondriawrites anything.
Yeah, but like,
maybe I should.
I mean, it just felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah, do it. Why not? Yeah, so then
I really didn't like the life that they were offering. It was either in the prison or it's off the street. Shit, I already know that ain't the life.